Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily Freybler. So today's video I'm going to be sharing with you this makeup look. It's an everyday look. I'm trying out a new foundation-y product for you guys today, and also just for me because I'm excited about it. I will make sure to update you guys on my Instagram about how I like it, so please follow me over there, and I will be sharing it on my feed and on my stories. So anyway, I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a while, so I thought I would share this with you guys. It's kind of an everyday holiday type look. It incorporates a little bit of golds and browns and stuff. It's really easy to achieve. So I hope you guys like this video, and let's get started. Alright, so I have on all of my skincare, and as you can tell, I'm tanned everywhere except for my face. I just didn't really feel like putting it on my face lately. I've been breaking out a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to break out anymore. So I'm going to put on some Aquaphor lip balm. Actually, this is just their healing ointment, and I love it, especially for this time of year. So I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a while, so I figured I would sit down and do this with you. I just picked up this. I've been wanting a tinted moisturizer type of thing for every day that's not going to hurt my skin or anything like that and not going to feel heavy. So I picked this up from Target. This is the No. 7 Airbrush Away Tinted Skin Perfector. Has a satin finish and sheer coverage, and it's suitable for sensitive skin. I looked this up on Beautypedia, which is part of kind of like a blog of Paula's Choice. If you've never heard of Paula's Choice, they have really good skincare. I've used it in the past, but not currently using it right now. And if you search any product on there, they'll give it a rating if it's good for sensitive skin, if it could break you out, if it has a bunch of fragrance and stuff in it. And this had, I believe, a 5-star rating on there, so I feel like it'll be really nice for my skin, just for an everyday wear, so I'm not getting my pores clogged and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put this on. I haven't worn it throughout the day or anything, so I'll let you guys know how I like it, but I just wanted to try it out. I got it in the shade medium, so when I'm self-tanned, I can kind of match my face to my neck. So let's get started with that. It says for the directions that you're supposed to shake well before you use, dot on skin, and blend with your fingers. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of do some stripes. It looks really dark when you first put it on the face, but it's not that dark when you blend it out, because I blended it out on my hand and it wasn't that dark. So I believe this is supposed to blur imperfections and just give a nice color to the skin without it really giving too much coverage. It's supposed to be like a skin perfector. And sorry, my hands got really dark this time. Not a fan, obviously, but what can you do? It feels super silky. I really like it. And it really evens out my skin tone to look a lot more like my self-tan, and also just evens it out in general, which is really nice. And this is definitely not for coverage, like I said. It's more for just evening out my skin tone and just making my face the same color as my neck. So now, since I do have blemishes, I'm going to go in with this, which is the Neutrogena Skin Clear Concealer. I think this should be the right shade. Hopefully it is. If not, I'll go grab another thing. I feel like this might be okay. So I'm just going to go over any blemishes or imperfections that I want to cover. This has salicylic acid in it, so it's good for my blemishes, and it's not going to break me out. I love using this one, or there's one from Almay that I really like too, but that one is too light for me right now if I were to use that one. So then I'll just kind of go in with a brush and blend everything out. If you're wondering why didn't I go in with a regular foundation, it's just because for every day, I would love to just use concealer, but if I self-tan, then I need something to even out my skin tone. So that's why. I don't really want a heavy foundation or anything on my skin, just for everyday wear. Okay, so everything is concealed to my liking for blemishes and everything. I don't want it to be super full coverage or anything. If you do want it to be full coverage, use more of a full coverage concealer or whatever you like. But for me, this is totally fine. So then I'm going to go in with concealer underneath the eyes. This is the Flower Beauty Concealer. They're Light Illusion. And I'm just going to go underneath the eyes a little bit, down my nose, my forehead, and a little bit on my chin.
This is just to kind of brighten up the face and then also to conceal under eye circles, of course. And then I'm just blending it out with this Ulta brand sponge. Then for powder, I'm going to use one of my favorites, which is the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. This stuff is super nice. I'm just going to use a Wet n Wild Pro brush. I love this. I got this in a set last year during the holidays, so I'm really hoping they bring back a set this year. If they did, I will leave it down below because it's amazing. If not, though, they have these brushes sold individually if you want to get them. So I'm just setting everywhere that I put concealer with this small brush. So I'm just doing the T-zone area. And then I'm going to take this big brush from the same Pro brush line from Wet n Wild, lightly dust it all over the face. I'm not going to put a lot, just putting stuff so that everything stays put throughout the day. Okay, first I'm just going to put some eyebrow filler shaping gel from Catrice through my eyebrows. And this is my favorite. I know I say it in like every single makeup tutorial, but if you're new here, this is my all-time favorite for going through my brows. It's just so quick and easy. I have obviously fuller brows, so I can just kind of go through and shape them. If you want like an actual precise one though, the NYX Micro Brow Pencil is really nice. Okay, now that we have a little shape to the brows, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I love this so much. And we're just going to do a little bit on the eyes. First, I'm going to go into Salted Caramel and Milk Chocolate. So this one and then this one up here. This is my favorite palette of all time for neutral browns. I love it so much. And the gold in here, the bronzy shade, they're all stunning and are my all-time favorite. So if you are looking for a Christmas present for someone or for yourself, I highly recommend this. So I'm just going into the crease of the eye. And this again is from the Pro brush line. This blending brush. It's just a fluffy blending brush. You can take any blending brush you like, but I just love these brushes so much. I just kind of go back and forth between salted caramel and milk chocolate. Salted caramel is just a little bit more warm, but definitely still neutral. And the best thing about this palette is it smells like chocolate. It's the best. I just love how it basically contours the eye effortlessly. They're the best shades ever. So then I'm going to take still a blending brush from that line of Wet n Wild brushes, but it's a little bit smaller and more precise. So I'm going to go with those two shades on the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take the tiniest bit of Semi-Sweet, which is that darker shade, and I'm just going to place this on the outer part of the eye and then blend. So I like to place it more with this brush, and then I'll go back into the fluffy one and blend everything together. Then I'm going to take my favorite shade right here called Creme Brulee. This is the gold in the palette. It is stunning. And I'm going to just place this on the eyelid. And then just take your blending brush and blend out the edges so everything is seamless. And then I'm going to take Lunchmoney from Colourpop. This is one of their Super Shock Cheeks. This is so hard for me to say every time. I'm just going to take my pinky and we'll put this in the inner corner of the eye. So I just put that on the inner corner just to open up the eye. And then I'll also put it on the brow bone right here. And then again, just blend the edges out so that it's not harsh. Okay, now I'll go in and curl my eyelashes. This is a must-have step for me, always. Every single look I do. And then while I'm doing the rest of the face, I'm going to have this Lash Blast Amplify Primer from Covergirl on my lashes. So I'm going to just coat this, and then while this dries, I'll do the rest of my face makeup. So now that that's on, I'm going to go into bronzer. Today I'm going to use the BB bronzer from Physicians Formula. I'm really sad because my butter bronzer actually broke, so I need to get a new one of those. But in the meantime, I'm going to use this one in this Eco Tools brush. This is their full blush brush, but I like it for bronzer. And we'll just go in with this. I like to take it up here on the forehead as well. And then, of course, under the cheekbone area here. For blush, I'm going to use this Milani blush that actually just broke. It broke partly, but this is their Bronze Burst Color Harmony blush. You only need a little bit of this because it's really pigmented. So take a little bit of this. And then I'm going to go into Lunchmoney again from Colourpop and use my, what is this called? Beauty blender sponge. My sponge, and just place some of this on the cheek area and then also on the forehead area. Temples, forehead. And then I'll do the exact same thing on the nose. Okay, so now that the primer has dried on our eyelids, or not eyelids, eyelashes, then I'm going to go into this mascara. This is from Revlon. This is their volumizing mascara. I like this mascara when I use it with other things. So not necessarily by itself, but when I use it with this primer, I think it works really nicely. So, okay, for lips, I'm going to go in with my Covergirl Exhibitionist Lip Liner in the shade Caramel Nude. I finally got a new one, and I'm so happy about it. And then for lipstick, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Color Riche in the shade 802 Masterpiece. I used to wear this all the time before I discovered the new CoverGirl Exhibitionist lipstick. So I'm going to put this on. It is such a pretty color. And then I'm just going to spray the whole face with my e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist, I think is what it's called. Alright, you guys, that is it for this tutorial. It is 4 hours later, I'm not going to lie. So my makeup looks probably a little bit dingier than it was. My power turned off on me, so I wouldn't have had all this beautiful lighting to show you guys the finished product. But I really like how this look turned out, and I'm really liking the foundation product right now after 4 hours of wear. It feels so lightweight on the skin and like I'm wearing nothing. So bonus, I love it. So I will keep you guys updated on my Instagram. Make sure to follow me. It is Emily_Freybler. And I'll see you in a video very, very soon. Bye, guys.